Hello, I'm Paula, and you're listening to Reality Bytes Radio at www.realitybytesradio.com. Hello, I'm Paula, and you're listening to Paula Live. Wow, we're running 3 minutes late. Thank you so much to Neil Foster, my partner, who also let me know that we were having a bit of a problem with the airing earlier, and so we had a pod that come over a little late, and I'm kind of getting the delay in the background on my partner's machine. I don't know if we're picking that up or not, but we sure as... Oh, sorry about that. I've had some gremlins tonight. Tatiana is in Sydney, Australia. She's working with Bitcoin there. She does a lot of speaking and a lot of music engagements there, and she will be getting with us to at least say hello tonight when her train gets in. Everything seems to be late this time of year, and I don't seem to be registering on my mic, so that's kind of odd. I hope you can hear me, and if you can, we'll start off with one of her best songs. I'm not saying this is the best song of hers. It just seems like every time I play it, someone wants to know who's that singing and where they can get a copy. And this is Tatiana Moroz, Masters of War.
Come, you masters of war, you that build all the gods, you that build the death planet, you that build all the bombs, you that hide behind walls, you that hide behind desks. I just want you to know I can see through your mask. You that never done nothing but built to destroy. You play with my world like it's your little toy. You put a gun in his hand and you hide from his eyes, and you turn and run farther when the fast bullets fly. Like Judas of old, you lie and deceive. A world war can be won. You want me to believe, but I see through your eyes, and I see through your brain, like I see through the water that runs down my drain. You fasten all the triggers for the others to fire. Then you sit back and watch when the death count gets higher. You hide in your mansion as young people's blood flows out of their bodies and is buried in the mud. You've thrown the worst fear that can never be heard. Fear to bring children into the world, for threatening my baby, unborn and unnamed. You ain't worth the blood that runs in your veins. How much do I know to talk out of turn? You might say that I'm young, you might say I'm unlearned, but there's one thing I know, though I'm younger than you, that even Jesus would never forgive what you do. Let me ask you one question. Is your money that good? Will it buy you forgiveness? Do you think that it could? And I think you will find when your death takes its toll, all the money you made will never buy back your soul. And I hope that you die, and your death will come soon. I will follow your casket on a pale afternoon, and I'll watch while you're lowered down into your deathbed, and I'll stand over your grave till I'm sure that you're dead. Like you know me, you've wasted so much time, you've ruined every rhyme. You dare call up my friends, no time to make amends, but I better keep in line. That you've abandoned all other lies. Don't act familiar, 'cause I don't know you anymore. Command me what to write in the magic of the night, but you were falser than a lie, and the flames, they grew too high, they burned us to the ground. Tell me you're sorry, you've abandoned all of the lies. Don't act familiar, 'cause I don't know you anymore. Not anymore. Suspend all these games in the dark. Their words mean nothing now. All I want is the truth. This once, was it ever even real? Tell me you're sorry, you've abandoned all of the lies. Don't act familiar, 'cause I don't know you anymore. Not anymore.
Oh my goodness, what a night. I, I love playing Tatiana's music. I love hearing all the new songs and sounds. I'll take a look at the chat line because this has been a really scary night. To look, you guys are great to have hung out and stayed to listen to the music, and I sure really appreciate it. This is YouTube Video by Tatiana Moroz.
Who are these monsters inside my head? They give me uneasy feelings. They tell me go to sleep, just go to bed. But I'm awake and I'm not dreaming. What can I do to make a change? 'Cause I just wanna be free. I don't want a police state. I just want love and liberty. Call up a friend, send a message. Tweet it up or make a YouTube video. Speak your mind with education. The knowledge it starts to grow. So make a YouTube video. Make a YouTube video. We all know about corruption, and we have started to dissent. The banks, the Fed, assassination, but you can't kill 99%. What can we do to make a change? 'Cause we just wanna be free. We don't want this police state. We just want love and liberty. Call up a friend, send a message. Tweet it up or make a YouTube video. Speak your mind with education. The knowledge will start to grow. So make a YouTube video. Make a YouTube video. We all need a hero, a patriot in this civil war. Won't find him on the TV or on the radio. We have the power to ask the questions. We can finally find the truth. Turn to each other, sister and brother. Reach out to one another. Call up a friend, send a message. Tweet it up or make a YouTube video. Speak your mind with education. The knowledge it starts to grow. So make a YouTube video. Make a YouTube video. Make a YouTube video. Make a YouTube video.
What do you think? Don't you think YouTube should have given her some money for that one? Tatiana Moroz and YouTube Video. I salute all these grassroots music people that are out there daily, and some of them are working day jobs, one or two, and going out on the weekends and the nights and after work and sweating to get the music out there. And these are the guys we salute. These are the grassroots music, and they have a phenomenal sound. There's many jewels, many treasures out there, and I think Tatiana Moroz is one of them. And GT's in the chat line, and Lord, I love him. Say hello to Art in the chat line for me, and also and everybody that came out It's so good to have you, especially on a night. This is live radio, and everything that could happen has happened already, and it's probably going to continue to happen. But sit back, we'll have some we'll have some good music, and like GT says, puck it. Let's hear Rita.
I once knew a girl named Rita. She didn't mean to steal your man. She's a friend you can go out with. Better off without it, 'cause she's all bad. She will look you in the eyes and smile, but she is hiding devil styles to cut you all down. How she lets her legs and lips and bolts, she won't let lies remain untold. She'll sell your ass out. Ooh, she's a killer. She'll tear your heart on out and then declare herself the winner. All the guys, they wanna fuck her, be a lucky number in her bag. But 10 years down, her ass is growing, and the titties showing and all that. She'll be up and lit in city lights and glitter tanks and neon tights, a cup full of change. Wandering eyes her face with wondering hands, a place to sleep for a one night stand, a girl who's worn out. Ooh, she's a sinner. You got to bless her soul and serve that rumored flesh for dinner. Of a washout, you better watch out for her scheme. 'Cause pity can be used against you and have to fence to those bad, bad deeds. Ooh, she's a killer. You got to bless her soul and serve that rumored flesh for dinner. She'll tear your heart on out and then declare herself the winner.
And that was Rita. A little risky. That's a true story, by the way. Everybody knows Rita. But that was Tatiana Moroz. And I think I'm going to, during the next song, bring my amazing partner, wonderful man, Neil Foster, on. And we're going to talk about swearing on the radio. In the meantime, this is Playing the Cards by Tatiana Moroz.
He's a miner, and his daddy builds guitars while he fights the cancer caused by Agent Orange. When his son tried to enlist, Dad said, please don't do this. You should get a job and raise a family. When I heard his story, made me want to cry, 'cause I thought of all the good boys who had gone off and died. So I told him I was sorry and what I felt, but he told me he's just playing the cards. He was dead. He's a veteran, and he fights for us to be free. But now he does it with a pen and not a rifle. He's got a baby and a good strong wife, but he lost most of his hearing defending oil. But he could hear my song and it made him want to cry when he thought of all his good friends who had gone off and died. Though we barely knew each other, I still knew how he felt. But he told me he's just playing the cards. He was dead. There's a dream they like to sell us about the glory of war, but I'm not buying this time. It's not worth fighting for. 'Cause if you don't end up inside the ground or in pieces on the floor, there's so many nightmares left behind. It's enough to make you lose your mind. So listen to the music. It's okay to cry when you think of all the good boys who have gone off and died. And I hope you know I'm sorry for what I felt. I guess that we're all playing the cards that we were dead. I guess that we're all playing the cards that we were dead.
Hello, we're back. And my partner Neil Foster is joining me. Say hello, Neil.
Hello, Neil.
So, you wanted to bring up something about the swearing?
Yeah, well, I mean, we all swear. I mean, I don't think any of us is going to make a secret of it. And if people get offended by a few swear words, then so be it. Be offended. That's your choice. And just hang up. It's like TV programs. People complain about TV programs. Well, why do they watch them then? Do they just watch them to complain about them? People will complain about things they hear reading the paper. They'll complain about things they hear in the radio station somewhere. Doesn't matter where in the world they are. They'll do the same. Well, just don't listen to it. That's it. I mean, I've got some songs. I've read some lyrics out by a punk band I have, which I'm kind of contemplating saying, but I'm not quite sure because it really is quite gross, and I don't think the words are really relevant to the songs.
It's pretty risky. It is kind of disgusting. But then again, freedom of speech. You did a show with Brandon Tuberville recently, and it's the popular speech you don't have to protect. It's the unpopular, that we need to protect and get out there, because that's pretty much all we broadcast around here. I think we have some low mics. What do you think? Are you still out there, Art?
I mean, maybe I should play that song because I think it is more or less, a shout out for free speech. I mean, I've got quite a few songs that are like that, and it's almost like the bands are challenging people to say, "Oh, you can't say that," and they'll say, "Well, why not? I thought we had free speech." If you don't like it, don't listen to it. That's basically it. You know.
I agree. And that will make you blush. I don't know. Should we play another Tatiana song or should we and get ready to pass? Maybe see what people think about the song that you're talking about.
Are you just trying to get me in trouble now?
Who, me?
I mean, if you want to pass to me and I'll play it, I mean, I don't think there's that many people listening, so it could just be a kind of a little beta test. We'll see how it
How
goes.
about you guys in the chat line? You want to see if we can get kicked off air?
By the powers that be. But for them, optimizing our free speech to the max, I guess.
Well, I'm having low mic, gremlins, and everything else. Come on, so we may as well give it a shot. Why not?
Well, you'll have to pass the stream to me so I can play this.
Okay, you guys, give us a second here.
I woke up this morning and I turned on the radio. I heard the same old song, so I went outside. People fighting, people living, people dying, and it's oh so much to think about. It's oh so much to worry about, it makes me cry. Need a better perspective, need some time to reflect it, to remember how similar we all are. We all want the same things, a chance to follow our dreams, to raise a family of love and liberty. So don't forget the time we spent. We're not perfect, but we have good intent, and even though we make mistakes, we stand unified. So hold on tight, it's a hell of a fight, keep you up in the night, but we have to remember we're all on the same side. We're all on the same side. We're all on the same side. Now it's late in the evening and I can't seem to turn off the news, telling me that we're gonna lose, but we've already won. We've got a message and a voice and a song. Now if only we could all just get along, put away the past and pride and leave the worries behind. Need a bit of perspective, need some time to reflect it, to remember how similar we all are. We all want the same thing, a chance to follow our dreams. We are a family of love and liberty. So don't forget the time we spent. We're not perfect, but we have good intent, and even though we make mistakes, we stand unified. So hold on tight, it's a hell of a fight, keep you up in the night, but we have to remember we're all on the same side. We're all on the same side. We're all on the same side. So don't forget the time we spent. We're not perfect, but we have good intent, and even though we make mistakes, we stand unified. So hold on tight, it's a hell of a fight, keeps you up in the night, but we have to remember we're all on the same side. We're all on the same side.
And we're back, and guess who's here? Tatiana Moroz. Say hi,
Hey everybody.
Tatiana. And it's pretty early in the day over there, about 2:30 something over there in Australia.
It is indeed.
What are you doing in Australia, real quick?
Well, I'm sort of stranded, but not in a bad way, I guess. I mean, I'm making the best of it. I came out here to do a video series for the magazine and just kind of in general because, I'm trying to think of new ways to evangelize different things in the Bitcoin space and just different ideas. And they laid us all off right before Thanksgiving. So I didn't really know
Oh,
what to
yeah.
do. And, I work remotely, so I'm kind of just trying to figure it out while I'm here. And I'm keeping up with the video series because I want to keep kind of promoting it to people. So, there have been some challenges, but overall, I mean, it's 80 degrees right now. You can't be that miserable.
Absolutely. There's people in the UK listening right now and not feeling too sorry for you, I'm sure. But oh, yeah, that's got to be a bummer. That's a long way from home
Yeah.
to get
I mean, who does
involved
that
in.
right before Thanksgiving?
Oh,
Like,
my
no
God.
notice. But, I mean, they have their reasoning and, it is what it is. It's business, but it was definitely a hard one to take because I had hired somebody to come out and do the video series out of my own pocket. And that was a little bit tricky to get around, but because, if I came home, then I would have wasted all that money. Um, but I think that the content that is being made is really good, and I have other places to post it. And, it's not like I can't look for jobs while I'm here. All I need is a computer. So, yeah, that's the plan. And it's actually Christmas Eve here today. It's 2:40 in the afternoon
Well, Merry
on
Christmas
Mexico
Eve.
Coast. Thank
You're
you.
ahead of me then. That far
Yeah.
ahead of me.
So, yeah, well,
Okay, I have to get it straightened out
yeah,
in my
Polish
time
people
zone mine.
and the Italians, they celebrate Christmas more on Christmas Eve than they do on the actual Christmas day.
Oh, wow. Is it beautiful there? You're talking about 80 degrees.
Oh yeah, well in general, yeah, I think that um, Australia is a stunning place. I was also in New Zealand, which is the most beautiful place I've ever seen in my life. But the other day, I have a really nice friend out here, and she took me out to her house. We were going to try and work on this women in Bitcoin type organization. And so I went out to her house for a few days, and she lives out in the country. And while we were driving there, I'm like, Marie, why would you live so far from Sydney? It's so far. But once I got out there, I realized how beautiful the countryside was, and it's a different kind of lifestyle living out in the country, but it was really, really beautiful. And I saw some kangaroos out in the wild, so that was really cool. I mean, I have to still go to some sort of a zoo and do the koala cuddle, but it was cool to
Oh.
see kangaroos out in the wild. You know that the koala is not a koala bear at all? It's a marsupial.
I did not know. I just figured it was koala bear from the bear family. Had no idea.
Yeah, it is not. And if you come to Australia, they will laugh at you if you say otherwise. So I
They'll
went out
probably
there.
laugh at me for a lot of things. Going around to different countries, it's funny the culture mistakes one can easily make.
Yeah, that sounds about right. But it's, it's all part of the fun, I think, seeing those differences with people. Like they say crisps and chips. Like, so crisps are potato chips and then chips are French fries. So,
Same as in UK. That's my partner has come over from the UK and joined me, so he's having a bit of the uh, cultural differences too. The chips and the crisp are the same. He'll say something like to my youngest son, "Put it in the bin," which means put it in the trash or throw it away. And just the different words they can be confusing sometimes and kind of cute when you're the one looking at the other one making the mistake. Not so much when you're one making it. He had a few laughs at me over there, but I sure appreciate it. I know you had to run to get here, and I sure appreciate you coming on tonight. We were just filling in some time and talking about censorship and bad words on the radio. And Neil, join us. He had joined me right before I called you to talk about that
Um,
subject, about risky lyrics and things.
well, to me, I think, I don't really curse in my songs unless it's appropriate and it has some sort of an impact and there's like a reason for it. So it's almost like it's like nudity for an actress, I mean, is there a point to this or is it kind of gratuitous? I don't really think that people should use bad language if they can avoid it, and like definitely not in music, because I think it just cheapens it and it loses its impact and its message, and it's kind of distracting. But I mean, yeah, free speech is free speech, so people should be able to do what they want, and
And
express
everyone
themselves.
gets a choice to listen to what they want.
Right, and
Certainly, if
who's
I didn't like a certain style, I wouldn't listen to that artist.
and who's to gauge what's decent and what's not? You know?
True, who makes that rule? The normal, who gets to pick it? Who
Yeah. So I
chooses?
guess you just have to wait and see what people choose to do, and then hopefully avoid it if you're offended, and that's it.
Well, I mean, I mean, just to come in. I mean, they're only words. I mean, who decided that those words were offensive? You know, I mean, some words are offensive to some people and some aren't. And as Paula said, you choose to turn on or turn off. I mean, I watched this on the BBC for years and years and years. Um, you know, the sex on TV got worse and worse and worse, more as you say, gratuitous, just to get viewers, and people were going, "Oh, that's terrible," but they still watched it. You know, they still watched it,
Yeah.
and they complained about it at the same time.
Well, I have the same problem with a lot of violence in television shows. I find it really frustrating that you can't watch a show without it being uber violent. So now if I know a show is going to be violent before I kind of get addicted to the story, I will just not watch it from the get-go, because otherwise, I don't know, I don't really like that influence on my brain.
Well, it's interesting you actually say getting addicted to the story, because that's the whole point of them, isn't it? That you get addicted and you end up either consciously or subconsciously watching the violence, and it's obviously having an impact on you, whether you like it or not, and whether you actually realise it or not. And
I don't know if
the addiction factor, is the hook, I guess.
I don't know. I mean, when I watch Game of Thrones or when I was watching Sons of Anarchy, the violence was the worst part. If I could have fast-forwarded through it without missing a part of the story, I definitely would. I don't
Well,
know.
To me, I thought there was way too much sex. I mean, it would go really weird. I guess it did have to show like the Targaryen characters being just so primitive that they copulated like animals and stuff like that. But it seemed like three-quarters of the show, no one had any clothes on at all, and it was, I don't know. But the violence,
It's
some of the things I saw were just like, oh my god. Like when the
well,
whole family was wiped out in that one. Oh my god.
well, I just flew back from the UK last week, well, last Tuesday actually, week ago today, and Game of Thrones was actually one of the TV shows that was on the entertainment system, and there were children on the flight, and I thought, well, imagine like I'm sitting there watching Game of Thrones, and there's a child in the seat behind me, looking between the gap in the chairs, watching that, and I just thought, well, that child really hasn't a choice. It's in their line of sight, and they're going to watch it. And I just thought that was quite bizarre to have something like that on there.
Yeah, I don't think that was an appropriate choice given the way that people were viewing that. Mm.
Yeah, definitely not.
Anyway, getting back to music.
Tatiana was so sweet last year. She came on about the same time. I think it was just a couple of days before Christmas. And speaking of some beautiful words and music, she has a song called Lonely Christmas. I'd like to play that right now.
Oh, it's such a sad song. Can I set it up?
Yeah.
Well, because I mean, I think that when people hear it, they don't really get it. But in my experience, the holidays can be extremely depressing for people. And if you have a family that's not, the Cleavers or something, that's not all perfect, I think it can be made more difficult with all the cheery songs. So the reason why I made this song was to kind of comfort the people that didn't have that traditional family structure and that didn't have that typical Christmas experience. So I don't know. I just wanted to kind of put that out there as to why I wrote that song.
Oh,
Can-
thank you.
I'll just mention. I mean, I just mentioned this to Paula last night actually. That this is the first Christmas for like many years where I've not felt depressed. And I mean, it's part of the reason is obviously the weather's fine here, and I'm not living in a miserable grey concrete city, which I was used to living in before, and the weather's poor. It's like it's -3, -4, -10, whatever degrees centigrade, with rain, snow, whatever. Um, and yeah, I mean it is a depressing time of year, and I think a lot of this overhyping of it is part of the problem because many people are kind of sucked into the how would you put it? They
Well,
have
they
to keep
feel
up with
under
influences.
pressure to buy a lot of stuff that they really can't afford, and getting in further debt when it's at the end of the year and they may be just catching up, from last year.
Also people that are on their own, as Tatiana says, that family structure. If you're on your own and you see all this ho ho ho, it's all a jolly lot of fun. Buy the children presents and all the rest of it. Perhaps you've got fathers and mothers who are separated from the children and can't even see their children at Christmas and that kind of thing. And it is depressing because the whole focus is on you know consumerism and family and stuff. And if you have no access to funds and no access to your family, then you're out of the loop altogether.
Wow. Let's play it now. Lonely Christmas.
I thought I could get through the year, but then Christmas came along. I thought I could see a glimmer of hope. I wanted to write a happy song, but it eludes me, that Christmas spirit, when a house can't be a home. Don't confuse me, Christmas spirit, leave the lights off, I'm alone. Am I supposed to believe in love when a family claims that one is dead? Those false words coupled with memories leaves me spinning in my head. It eludes me, that Christmas spirit, when a house can't be a home. Don't confuse me, Christmas spirit, leave the lights off, I'm alone. If you're alone for Christmas and you haven't got a place to call home, don't be afraid and worry, 'cause he'll be there waiting when you make your own. I don't have the answer, though I'd like to make a gift of it if I could. Chin up, girl, don't let the world get you down. It eludes me, the Christmas spirit, when a house can't be a home. Don't confuse me, Christmas spirit,
And we're back with the last half of the show. And again, it was great for you to go through all you've been doing to get here, Tatiana. And I'd really like to talk about an album you're working on.
Oh yeah, I'm really excited. I have my third album being mixed as we speak. Actually, no. Will took a couple days off for the holiday, of course, which I was like, no, don't do it. But I couldn't be a Grinch about it. But yeah, no, I just got back the first two mixes. And I think there's 12 songs on the record, so it'll be my third full album. And it has like a band this time, which my first album I had a band. My second album, it was more just an acoustic record. But this, we did it, with organ and piano and drums and bass and guitar. So I'm really, really proud of it. I mean, I love all my songs. I love all my records, but this album went really, really easily. It was really fun to create, and I'm just really looking forward to releasing it and to sharing it with everybody. Just because I think that there's like a lot of things on there that need attention. One of the songs that I wrote was called "The Silk Road," and it's about the kind of more about the drug war, although it references the Silk Road trial going on next month in New York. And, I encourage people to become educated about that because there is a lot of nuances to the case. And I got really passionate about it. So, yeah, I mean, there's the Silk Road song about the drug war, I have like a Bitcoin song. I've got a song about kind of calling out the inefficacies of the court system and the police. So I think that that's really timely with everything that's been going on in the States. So yeah, I think that there should be a lot of songs that people can connect with. And then like always, there's a lot of love songs and there's songs just about life and about growing up. So I don't know. I'm really proud of it and I can't wait to release it. It probably won't happen.
Wait to share it. You'll let us know the minute we can put it to air, right?
Absolutely. Yeah, no, I can't wait. I kind of just want to come up with a bit of an idea, how I'm going to go about doing it. But yeah, that's because I need to market it and I need to have money in order to market it. So actually, if people want to participate, they can go to my website. I'm selling Tatiana coin. I think we spoke about that last time. It's the first ever artist cryptocurrency. So I have some friends that work over at Counterparty and just some hacker friends and some programmer friends. So over the holidays, we're going to try and figure out a way to make it even more fun for people to participate in and kind of reward people. Like if they can't afford music, because, everybody's broke right now, maybe they can earn music by sharing some of my materials and stuff like that. So I think that'll be fun, and it'll be a good way to get people involved in cryptocurrency. Obviously, I'm a big crypto fan, so I don't know. All sorts of interesting and fun projects going on for the new year.
Oh, that sounds great, and we really like to share it. Neil, do you have anything else to say? Ask. We have the last 4 minutes, and I want to lead by playing Auld Lang Syne.
Just the point you made there on about what's going on in America with the police violence and all the rest of it. I was speaking to a guy called Brandon Turbeville the other day there, and a statistic he came up with was that more American citizens have been killed by police officers since 9/11 than military personnel killed in Iraq. It's way over 5,000, and yet we're only hearing about the one or two that are used as race baiting kind of things to stir up trouble. But
I couldn't agree
more. Over 5,000 killed in America by police officers since 9/11. I mean, I don't know if you can fit that into a song somewhere, but it's a remarkable statistic.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of try and keep the songs so they're like melodic and stuff, but I agree. I mean, I just read an article that they weren't even keeping track of that. I don't know, maybe you even saw the same article, but it was this guy who said he looked everywhere if he could find out how many people were being killed by the police. And there was no statistics, so he started assembling those figures. And the numbers were staggering. And it's very frustrating because they turn it into a race issue and it's really not a race issue. It's a police state versus the slaves issue, and it's frustrating to
Absolutely.
keep.
That's the way I've been reporting on it, because the whole race thing is just a diversion. But
Yeah,
the other statistic was that when they talk about police officers that are killed in the line of duty, they imply that they've all been shot or stabbed, but they include all the statistics of people who've had heart attacks and died in car crashes and all that kind of thing.
of
And
course.
those figures are minimal at best, if not outright
I
lies.
thought an interesting fact was that more electricians die in their line of work each year than police officers. So I didn't know that either.
Well, hopefully we can continue to raise awareness with it, and I think we're really looking at a global awakening, which is really good. And then one other thing, I encourage people to check out my friend. Her name is Pamela Morgan, and she's an attorney. She has some videos out online of her doing these talks. She just did one in Bitcoin South in New Zealand, and she talks about using the Bitcoin protocol to make smart contracts. And I think that that can help us avoid dealing with the court system and the police in the future as well, and just find more just ways of dealing with each other through the blockchain, and kind of cutting out the middleman, which usually isn't the most, like courts are terrible. Police can be violent, and also they can just do nothing. So I think a world where we can have more power within ourselves, and I don't know, just like I think it could build a better community. So I think that there's a lot to look forward to, and I encourage people to check her out, because a lot of people talk about smart contracts, and she does it in a really accessible way, and it's not scary, it's not weird.
Wow, thank you so much. Everybody check her out because I know I'm going to. I think I've heard about her recently. It was the last name I didn't get. But I also heard someone else talking about the smart contracts of hers. So definitely going to check her out. And that looks like that's the end of our time. Leave us with a way to check you out and find out what you're getting on. I know you're on Facebook and you have
I'm on
several websites.
Yeah, I have a website, TatianaMoroz.com, and I'm on Twitter, Queen Tatiana. So people can always reach out, and I'm doing a bunch of cool projects. So if they go to my YouTube, they could see some of the videos. Forevermore Tatiana is the YouTube channel.
Thank you so much. And we'll end this show. Do you have anything else to say, Neil?
Thanks very much for coming. Good night.
There.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, that's correct. And we're going to end with Auld Lang Syne by Tatiana Moroz.
Should old acquaintance be forgot and never brought to mind? Should old acquaintance be forgot and the days of old lang syne? For old lang syne, my dear, for old lang syne, we'll take a cup of kindness yet for dear old lang syne. And surely you'll buy your pint cup, and surely I'll buy mine, and we'll take a cup of kindness yet for dear old lang syne. For old lang syne, my dear, for old lang syne, we'll take a cup of kindness yet for dear old lang syne. We too have run about the slopes and picked the daisies fine, but we've wandered many a weary foot since the days of old lang syne. kindness yet for dear old lang syne. Trusty friend, and give us a hand o' thine, and we'll take a right good will drop for dear old lang syne, for old lang syne, my dear, for old lang syne. We'll take a cup of kindness yet for dear old lang syne. We'll take a cup of kindness yet for dear old lang syne.